In ancient times, physical strength wasn't just for show or to look fit, it was essential for survival, warfare, and the demanding physical labor of everyday life. Our ancestors, whether Roman soldiers, Indian wrestlers, or Chinese imperial guards, practiced movements and exercises that didn't just build muscles but also cultivated inner energy, balance, and endurance. Today's modern fitness industry has become so reliant on machines, gym equipment, and supplements that it has lost touch with the fundamental principles of true strength. That's why it's time to revive these ancient movements with a modern twist, so we too can regain the power, confidence, and physical ability that defined the strongest people of the past. The first ancient exercise that remains incredibly effective today is the deep squat. Thousands of years ago, farmers and laborers who worked bent over all day naturally spent time in this squat position. It wasn't just an exercise, it was a lifestyle posture. In today's world, where most of us sit on chairs for hours, our thighs and lower back muscles have weakened. Deep squats reawaken the body's foundational strength and strengthen the hips, thighs, knees, and ankles. When practiced in a modern form, such as goblet squats or weighted squat holds, this movement not only builds muscle but also enhances your core strength. The second ancient movement is the push-up, which has been a fundamental measure of strength across many civilizations. In India, traditional wrestlers known as Mallas performed a version of push-ups called dand, which was not just for chest development but a full-body integration of breath control, mental focus, and muscular harmony. Modern push-ups, when done with variety and challenge, like archer push-ups, explosive push-ups, or hand-release push-ups, can outperform many contemporary gym workouts. Push-ups not only build the chest and arms but also improve heart health, posture alignment, and core power. The third timeless exercise is the plank position, with roots in yoga, martial arts, and military training. The plank might look simple, but it's an extremely effective posture that transforms your body into a steel board. It activates the body's core, and when modified into versions like side plank, plank with shoulder taps, or plank to push up, it becomes even more challenging and beneficial. Remember, true strength isn't just about muscle, it's about endurance, balance, and control, and the plank develops all three. The fourth ancient movement is the burpee. While the name may be modern, this type of dynamic full-body movement was part of ancient military drills, involving squatting, dropping to the ground, and quickly leaping back up. The burpee is a total body exercise that boosts not only strength but also cardiovascular endurance and agility. Modern versions like chest-to-ground burpees or burpees with tuck jumps intensely challenge your body, helping you build the same grit and stamina that warriors of the past were known for. In the next paragraph, we'll explore the remaining three ancient movements, pull-ups, kettlebell swings, and animal movements, and how these can be safely and effectively adapted into our modern routines to take our physical strength to a whole new level. As we dive deeper into the ancient practices of strength training, the fifth movement that deserves our attention is the pull-up. Simple, raw, and brutally effective, the pull-up has stood the test of time. Historically, it was not just a test of upper body power but also of survival. Warriors and hunters needed to be able to climb, hang, and pull themselves over obstacles. In ancient Chinese military training and even in traditional Indian akadas, wrestling arenas, pulling one's own body weight was seen as the ultimate strength benchmark. Today, many people shy away from pull-ups because they're challenging, but that's exactly why they work. When you build up to doing standard pull-ups and eventually variations like wide grip pull-ups, commando pull-ups, or L-sit pull-ups, you unlock incredible back, arm, shoulder, and core strength. Modern training might give you machines, but nothing builds functional upper body power like this age-old move. Next comes the kettlebell swing, a powerful movement rooted in Eastern Europe, especially among Russian strongmen and military units. Although kettlebells themselves may seem modern, the concept of swinging a weighted object in rhythm with your body's motion goes back centuries. These movements train explosive hip power, grip strength, and cardiovascular conditioning all at once. In ancient times, people used stones, wooden logs, or even animal hides filled with sand as swinging weights. In modern gyms, kettlebell swings train your posterior chain, the glutes, hamstrings, and lower back, which are often neglected in seated lifestyles. Properly executed kettlebell swings improve posture, prevent injury, and rapidly boost your overall strength. Adding modern elements like single-arm swings, American swings, or double kettlebell flows can make this ancient move a full-body powerhouse exercise. The seventh and final movement from ancient traditions is something that may surprise you: animal movements. Before structured fitness routines existed, human beings moved like animals in their natural environment, crawling, crouching, lunging, and twisting. These primal patterns weren't just survival tactics, they built incredible coordination, core strength, joint mobility, and muscular balance. Movements like the bear crawl, crab walk, ape jump, and lizard crawl mimic how animals use their whole body in synchronized motion. These exercises wake up dormant muscles, improve neuromuscular control, and build real-world strength, the kind that helps you twist, turn, react, and stay resilient. In a modern upgrade, combining animal movements into flow sequences, like a bear crawl to push up, then into a lizard walk, creates a cardio conditioning and strength workout without any equipment at all. This is functional fitness in its purest form, rooted in history and ready for modern warriors. When we put all these 7 movements together, deep squats, push-ups, planks, burpees, pull-ups, kettlebell swings, and animal flows, we realize we don't need fancy machines, protein powders, or high-tech apps to build true strength. These are timeless methods, crafted through the demands of survival and honed by generations who understood the value of bodily mastery. Modern science now confirms what ancient cultures already knew: movement is medicine, and the most powerful movements are often the simplest ones. By integrating these exercises into our weekly routines, even just a few minutes a day, we start to awaken the raw, natural strength that lives within every human being. It's also important to note that these movements are scalable, meaning no matter your age or fitness level, you can begin slowly and progress with time. For example, if you can't do a pull-up yet, start with assisted versions or negative reps. If kettlebell swings feel intimidating, begin with light dumbbells or even resistance bands. The point is not perfection, the point is consistency and honoring your body's design. In our fast-paced digital world, where convenience has replaced physical labor and sitting has become the norm, these ancient exercises act like a reset button, taking us back to when strength wasn't just aesthetic, it was essential. And by giving these movements a modern upgrade, we're not just getting fitter, we're reconnecting with our roots, building resilience, and preparing our bodies for the challenges of real life, not just the gym floor. Now that we've explored the 7 ancient movements and how they can be modernized, let's look deeper into why these exercises work so well and how you can incorporate them into your weekly routine, even if you're busy, older, or just starting out. What makes these movements truly exceptional is that they focus on functional strength, the kind of strength your body uses in everyday life. Whether it's getting out of bed, lifting groceries, playing with your kids, or recovering from an injury, these movements prepare your body to move better, safer, and stronger. One of the key reasons these ancient exercises are so powerful is because they engage multiple muscle groups at once. Take the kettlebell swing, for example. It targets your glutes, hamstrings, lower back, core, shoulders, and even your grip. That's 6 or more muscle groups activated by one single movement. Similarly, a burpee combines squats, push-ups, and jumps, giving you a full-body cardio strength workout in less than a minute. This efficiency is what ancient warriors relied on: less time, more results. In contrast, modern machine-based workouts often isolate single muscles, which can lead to imbalances, poor coordination, and even injury if not done properly. Another major benefit is how these movements enhance your mobility and flexibility. When you practice deep squats regularly, your hips, ankles, and spine regain their natural range of motion. Animal movements improve your shoulder and wrist flexibility, while planks and push-ups reinforce a neutral spine and core engagement. The truth is, you can't build real strength on a stiff, immobile body. The ancients knew this intuitively, strength was built from the ground up, with every joint moving the way nature intended. By including these exercises in your workouts, you're not just getting stronger, you're moving younger. You might be wondering, how should I start if I've never done these before? The beauty of this system is its scalability. Every exercise has a beginner version. Can't do a full push-up yet? Start on your knees. Struggle with deep squats? Use a chair for balance. Too stiff for animal flows? Start with slow, mindful crawling. Over time, your body adapts, and adapts fast. That's what's so powerful about these primal movements. They activate your nervous system, improve body awareness, and build strength naturally and progressively. Let's talk about time efficiency, one of the biggest concerns in today's world. You don't need an hour-long gym session to see results. A well-designed 15 to 20-minute routine, using just body weight and maybe a kettlebell, can deliver a better workout than hours spent with machines. For example, 3 sets of 10 goblet squats. 3 sets of 8 push-ups, any variation. 30-second plank hold. 10 burpees. 5 pull-ups or rows. 15 kettlebell swings. 20 seconds of bear crawl. Repeat that twice, rest as needed, and you've just completed a total body, functional, ancient modern fusion workout in under 25 minutes. Done consistently 3 to 4 times per week, this style of training can completely transform your strength, posture, stamina, and even confidence. It's also worth emphasizing how minimalist this approach is. You don't need fancy memberships or complicated machines. Most of these movements use just your body weight, and if you add a kettlebell or resistance band, you've got a complete home gym. This was the ancient way: use what you have, move how your body was designed, and stay consistent. In fact, many of the world's strongest cultures, from Indian yogis to African warriors to Greek athletes, all trained using nothing but their body, nature, and gravity. Another bonus? These movements don't just train your body, they engage your mind. When you hold a plank, your focus sharpens. When you perform a complex animal flow, your brain is firing alongside your muscles. This connection between body and mind, once central to ancient training systems, is now backed by neuroscience. Movement-based mindfulness improves mood, reduces stress, and enhances cognitive function. So, not only will you look better, you'll think and feel better too. These movements are also incredibly safe when done with proper form and progression. Unlike heavy machine lifts that can put stress on joints in unnatural ways, bodyweight movements teach your body how to stabilize itself. You learn to balance, brace, breathe, and move in harmony. That's not just fitness, that's longevity. In our next and final paragraph, we'll tie everything together: how to create a long-term routine with these ancient exercises, avoid common mistakes, stay motivated, and finally become the strongest, healthiest, and most functional version of yourself, using timeless movements, upgraded for the modern world. As we bring this journey full circle, the question now is, how do you turn these ancient movements into a sustainable, long-term strength-building lifestyle? The key lies in consistency, proper progression, and understanding your body's natural rhythm. Unlike trendy fitness routines that promise instant results but fade quickly, these ancient movements have stood the test of time for one reason: they work when practiced with intention and discipline. The goal isn't to do all 7 exercises every day or push to exhaustion, but to develop a rhythm that fits your life while gradually unlocking your body's full potential. Start by creating a 3-day or 4-day weekly structure. Each day, focus on a balance of pushing, pulling, squatting, and core work. For example, Day 1, deep squats plus push-ups plus plank holds. Day 2, pull-ups plus kettlebell swings plus animal movements. Day 3, full body circuit, burpees, squat, plank, swing combo. If you're just beginning, do 1 round of each movement, focusing on form. As your strength and confidence grow, build up to 2 to 3 rounds, add intensity with variations, and explore flow-based routines that blend movements smoothly. For those already into fitness, replacing your machine workouts with these primal patterns can reignite real-world strength and prevent plateaus. The body craves variety, and these exercises keep it engaged, challenged, and growing. Now let's talk about recovery, which is often ignored in modern fitness but deeply respected in traditional practices. Ancient warriors and athletes understood the value of rest, breathwork, and stretching. After every session, spend a few minutes doing basic yoga poses like child's pose, cobra, or spinal twists. Use deep breathing techniques to lower your heart rate and calm your nervous system. Recovery isn't laziness, it's the secret weapon that lets your body rebuild stronger. Combine this with 7 to 8 hours of good sleep, hydration, and simple whole foods, and you've got the recipe for sustainable strength. You'll also want to track your progress, not by the number on a scale, but by real-life wins. Can you do 5 pull-ups now instead of 1? Can you hold a plank for 60 seconds? Has your posture improved? Are you moving with less stiffness, more confidence, better energy? These are the real rewards of ancient movement training, a better functioning, more resilient you. You can even keep a simple notebook or use a basic app to log workouts and keep yourself motivated. Let's also acknowledge the mental transformation this training brings. When you start to push through tough reps, when you conquer your first pull-up or hold a long plank, you're not just training muscles, you're training discipline, courage, and self-belief. These ancient exercises demand presence. They challenge your breath, your will, and your focus. And that's why they were respected by warriors, monks, and sages. They didn't just build bodies, they built character. Now, you might still be wondering, is this really enough? Can bodyweight and basic tools replace the gym? The answer is yes, if your goal is functional, lifelong strength, injury resistance, and confidence in your body. These movements develop integrated power, not just muscle size. You won't just look fit, you'll be able to move, react, lift, sprint, recover, and live better. Whether you're in your 20s, 40s, or 60s, these movements can evolve with you, adapting as your body changes. You don't need a personal trainer or expensive memberships to begin. You just need your body, a little space, and the willingness to show up. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day, a few times a week, can set your strength journey in motion. As you grow, you'll find new ways to challenge yourself, add time under tension, slow down the tempo, try tougher variations. Keep it playful. Keep it primal. Your body was made to move this way. So as we wrap up, let this be your call to action. Go back to the roots. Reclaim your strength the way it was meant to be, through movement, mastery, and momentum. The modern world may have complicated fitness, but you now hold the blueprint to simplify and succeed. These 7 ancient movements, upgraded for today, are your gateway to a stronger, smarter, more powerful you. Don't wait for perfect timing. Don't wait for motivation. Just start, 1 squat, 1 push-up, 1 breath at a time. Because true strength isn't built in mirrors or machines, it's built in movement, over time, with purpose.